there have been some disturbing things I've seen on social media. Y'all know a lot of our content come from social media. And a lot of my comment come from social media because I don't have no friends.
At all.
Very few.
At
and
all.
we ain't even really speaking right now. But a lot of things come from social media. And one of the big things that's on social media right now, you get the video, Trump? Can you stop looking at motherfucking internet porn over there while you supposed to be working this board?
Oh, our YouTube up. Look at us.
Our YouTube is up.
Yeah,
you can go
look
to the
at us.
YouTube and watch our little pussy ass shit because we need these views and these clicks. If you fucking nail one more time, throw that motherfucker down your throat.
Get your dialect right.
So
Shoot.
I'm going in the chat room right now. You all join us. Did you post? Post
what? Yes, I put that we up.
You put it that we up. Did you tag people? Only one of your Oh, you's a
tag
fucking
team back again.
Look, there's some funky ass shit that's been going on, and one of the things that I want to talk about is the Jill Scott video. If you haven't seen the Jill Scott video, Jill Scott is performing what appears to be a simulated sex act called fellatio.
Go in, Jill, and let have.
It's a lot of people. It's been buzzing on it. It's not actually the first time she done it because I found a video of her doing it last year, but it hasn't received that many hits. But it seems like she does this on a regular at her show.
Go in.
And the internet is buzzing about it. You know, a lot of men are, you know, very turned on by it. Me personally, I thought the shit was trash.
Out of all the stuff that you like, and you thought Jilly from Philly was trash.
The reason I thought it was trash was this. You get to the point where a lot of black artists are trying to seek relevancy. And people, they're trying to be relevant. Fuck her in this bed.
Relevance. Okay.
And Jill fucked around and Jill fucked around and did this. This is similar to Janet Jackson and the titty. Nobody believes that titty was an accident at the Super Bowl. I don't believe it was an accident. Y'all don't believe it was an accident. Choreographed. Janet wanted to be relevant again because the young girls, the Beyoncés was coming up and shit like that, so she had to be relevant, so she pulled out the titty. The reason this pissed me off so much about Jill Scott is, in spite of the fact that Jill makes a lot of nasty and sexually suggestive music, which she's not the first to do it, but Jill has talent. She can sing her motherfucking ass off. She can stand her fat someday, smaller someday ass in front of a fucking. She got that Luther Vandross disease.
Don't do it.
She can stand in front of a microphone and entertain and rock a fucking crowd. This type of shit is beneath her. I don't think that is fucking necessary.
Fellatio's beneath her.
To perform a simulated sex act, like what you doing, the instrument that you have and the artistry that you have isn't enough. So in order for you all to accept me, I gotta sit here and act like I'm sucking dick on the mic. What kind of cornball? See, this is what happens when motherfuckers go through a midlife crisis. This is like R. Kelly dressing like a damn 16-year-old and he's 51. At some point in time, you have to do shit that's age appropriate. And you shouldn't be your dumb ass up there at 40-some years old simulating a fucking sex act on a microphone. You're not a dancer. And somebody, Darkness, tried to say, well, Janet Jackson does the whole fake orgy S&M thing. I'm like, okay, but Janet Jackson isn't a vocalist. Janet Jackson is a dancer. She's a performer. She puts on the show.
Till the girls get up here, they gonna.
She ain't doing that shit now at 50. Now that her motherfucking stomach won't go down after she done had that fucking baby.
Oh, Janet snatched.
Nah.
Janet is snatched.
You apparently have not seen a more recent video of Janet. Janet motherfucking stomach. Janet does the fat girl thing where she had that big wide leather belt that she pull over her midsection.
What you do?
No, that's
the
not
thing
me.
that you do.
That big wide leather belt that they pull over their midsection when they get too fucking fat. That's what Janet is doing right now. But Janet is not doing a whole sex simulation thing.
Baby, I'm telling
because
you.
At 50-some years old.
Yeah, he got an assortment of those belts.
Fuck y'all.
This is what we.
At this point in time of her career.
Some shit Abilene and then put on the belt.
That's how he know. He snatched it Just like this, he knew.
He said, "Look, I got this shit in my car. It makes you
Look,
sweat fast."
The one that
In
go like
about
this.
7 days, I'm gonna have 2 new co-hosts. I promise y'all, I'm getting sick of these 2 motherfuckers. But
Okay.
it's not age appropriate. Why are you doing that, Jill? You can fucking sing.
I want to know because the audio, I couldn't hear the song or whatever she was singing
right.
because it might have been very appropriate to what she was singing and what performing at the time because she has some very edgy adult
Okay, I get
content that she sings about.
Millie Jackson, and I hate to take it back to the 70s,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Millie
yeah.
Jackson was a filthy mouth.
Have you been to
motherfucker.
a Millie Jackson show?
I've seen Millie Jackson concerts
Have you been
on
to
YouTube.
a Millie? Maybe they didn't put that part, but Millie, I'm sure, was nasty too.
She was
Just-
nasty, but I just can't see in the time of censorship, particularly back then. Okay, well maybe that's a bad fucking example.
That's all. That's
But would
always
you all motherfucker be cool with someone like Gladys Knight? At some point
Gladys
in time,
got them lips, I'm sure.
at some point in time, yes, she do.
I'm sure
Gladys got some lips.
that,
But
you know.
at some point in fucking time, you have to. Oh God.
But I'm saying that wasn't her lane. We
First
messed
of
up
all,
again.
we weren't taking no phone. We gonna take this phone
We
call.
got a phone call.
Call in. Let's hear it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
We
Come on
ain't
with
put
that
the number.
bullshit,
They
because
must
I
have
want
wrote
the
it
shits
down.
today.
That's one of the queens.
Yes, come on. They coming for you. You
Who's
said
that?
something about Jada, baby.
This Ray calling from Capitol Heights.
What's the name again?
Ray.
Rick?
Ray.
Ray. Okay, Ray.
Okay,
welcome to
what
the
you
show.
calling in for, Ray? You gonna contribute to my Cash App or what? Go ahead. What you talking about?
Maybe y'all need to get B. Johnson to do that Jill Scott.
You trying it. I know who this is, and he trying me on my time.
I'm just saying, he got you.
He trying me on, on my time.
Let's see your Jill Scott.
Who that? That's it. That's it.
Oh, that's the husband. Is he still there? I got fucking
trying me on my time.
questions. Hey, Ray. I got this.
Ray
hung
hung
up.
up.
That's fucked up.
Call back up in here,
I
man.
had some fucking questions, but Ray's gone. I just
He
think
tried to see what I'm saying.
Well, that's
I
what it
can't do that in court. You see how he
That what
plays too
happened?
much? Yes.
I think that's just.
Thanks for calling the show, Ray.
We
got another caller.
That's different caller. Okay, come on, caller. What's your name? Who are you? Who are you? What do you want?
This is Di. I'm calling from PA. It's Di.
Oh, is that Di?
Come on in, VA.
For real,
Oh God.
girl.
What's up, Devil Dog?
I just want to comment on the Jill Scott thing.
Okay.
Like, why y'all can't let Jill be great?
Exactly.
Everybody has sex. Sex been selling, y'all. Sex has been selling since the beginning of time. I'm telling you.
Thank
So
you.
if Jill want to get up there and finesse the microphone, let her do that. Like, the times are different now. Like, back in the day when Jill might have been coming up, she probably had to protect her image and all of that stuff. But since sex is more accepted now than ever, what's wrong with that?
That's right. Tighten TJ up.
Here-
Thank you, Di. I agree with you.
Here you go.
120%.
Here you go, Di. And you need. Di, we still need to have to finish that conversation that we started on the podcast. But here's why this is an issue. You got other motherfuckers like that don't have no talent that need to do that.
She wants
What, the
to do
Janae
that.
A.
But
Cole.
Jill can do all of that. Everybody
She is
sees
talented,
Jill's
though.
talent. Everybody knows Jill is like, I'm telling you, Jill is a staple. I'm telling you, in the neo soul realm.
And this is, and you're making my point. Jill doesn't have to do that. You have others.
But she can show her personality too, though.
That's part of her stage show. One of her songs that she got, Epiphany. Look it up. Look up the lyrics
I
and
don't want
everything.
to.
I love it. But it goes with the song. Like, so I mean, it's very appropriate if that's what she was singing. But she got plenty of content that's more of the same.
Okay, so
TJ want everybody to be nuns.
basically, what you're saying is she has a song. I want to watch this, Trump. You're saying that because she has a song and she has risque lyrics that it's okay for her to act it out. So what you also saying is when R. Kelly says, "My mind is telling me no,"
there you go.
but my body is telling me yes.
That happens to people.
And he brings a fucking 14-year-old.
He does not do that. He does
on
not
her.
do. See, you've been extra all the time doing the most.
just
R.
saying.
Kelly does not do that.
Have that same energy when R. Kelly brings a
Boy,
15-year-old
see, you always doing the absolute
most.
most. Jill, keep doing your thing.
Jill,
If that's what you like, we love it.
Jill is trash. I think she's trash. I think
And
she's
you're not the only male know who has said that today. Everybody else is on the Jill
about
train.
A Jill Scott album. Nobody
a
is
lot of
talking
men
about
are
Jill
bashing
Scott
Jill,
singing.
but y'all talking about y'all always want sloppy toppy. Like, which one is it?
Exactly.
Like, she's displaying her skills. She divorced, ain't she?
Okay,
Like,
but
y'all need to just
She's
trying to
gone.
find her man. Let her be great.
okay, but again, when you put that out there in the universe, people ain't paying attention to your talent. Nobody is. Jill Scott isn't trending today because of her music. She's not trending. Just like she leaked those fucking nude photos.
She taught the people
I
something.
didn't know about the photos,
She taught the
y'all.
people something because I never knew about the woo at the end with the head, the throwback. So she's actually teaching as well with her video that she has out.
So you learned something
today.
today, huh?
I really did. I didn't know about the woo, and so.
I mean, Jill can't teach me nothing, but I'm
Well,
just
the
saying,
rule is
like,
for
that
women
should be
who
great.
don't spit or swallow. So I take it that you're a spitter or a swallow.
I mean, I just if I was going to
We
do something
already
like
know
that.
what Norman is.
A spitter, bitch. I don't
You're
swallow.
a swallow.
He's not a quitter, okay?
No, sir.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Spitter, not a quitter.
Oh, you making my fucking stomach
Oh, it's
hurt.
disgusting because it's me.
Yeah, it's
Hey, y'all,
disgusting.
thank you. Thank
Thanks
you
for
letting me
calling
call
in,
I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you for calling in, Di, but we'll see you on Sunday. You just had your ass on that podcast because we got to finish.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do. Yes, sir.
You don't
I'll
get
rank you,
nowhere.
goddammit. Anyway,
All right, Doc.
bye. That
We're
was
raving
that.
like she's- oh, but
We
we
got
all
a
out.
couple of things that we want to talk about today, particularly. I saw something that pissed me off
As always.
the other day. No. This really pissed me off the other day. And Trump, you can cue that one up with the series of. Okay. There was a. I was on my social media a couple of days ago. Yeah, when I could comment and shit like that, and somebody. Okay, we were dealing with last week voting.
Right.
And people, like I was saying before, always was invoking, well, the ancestors fought for your right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole argument was the ancestors fought for a lot more than just your right to vote. And the ancestors was persecuted for more than your right to vote. The ancestors were actually, one of the things I said was that they was persecuted because they had their own businesses. You know, you had Black Wall Street, you have Rosewood, you have all these epicenters in Black America back in the day that was torched, not because they did anything wrong, but because they were economically prosperous. And they was economically prosperous because they patronized each other's business. Well, I saw something the other day because all three of us, if you don't know, are entrepreneurs. We all work and do business in our respective fields. Mm-hmm. And it kind of irks me when I always see Black people banging on other Black businesses. It like irks me to no fucking end. Who was that coming through the door? Who was that coming through the door? Oh, not this motherfucker. Grab a seat, nigga. Grab a fucking seat. You are a guest today. You a guest today.
Oh, okay.
Bring your ass in here and sit down. This is motherfucking Brian. Another character
Hello.
from Dudes Talk Shit, me, Trump, and Brian, and me and this motherfucker argued for like a... You just slide over.
You
slide
use
your
that
ass
skin
over.
so soft.
Me and this motherfucker argued for like a whole fucking hour Sunday, and we didn't even talk about shit that we were supposed to talk about, and this is every Sunday. But what I was saying, going back to
Yes.
my thoughts, is that Black people always tend to dog Black-owned businesses.
What happened to
So
the...
Trump is trying to set it up so he can see Brian. Don't nobody want to see Brian
Oh,
motherfucking
so
ass.
you froze out YouTube?
Froze out Ruth.
This is the jankiness that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, we back.
So we end up we tend to dog out other black owned businesses. So I was on social media the other day, and there's a restaurant in Prince George's County, Maryland, called Sobe. It's an African American owned restaurant.
Soul food?
I don't know. I've never been. I just heard of it. And what happened is that one of the patrons went in, and there was something going on with the upholstery on the bar. And I guess it bothered him because him and his wife were there with eating. And they said that in the letter, you can see, as you can read, it said, my name is so-and-so. I put his name out there, but he don't know who it is. And I'm a native of Prince George's County, where Sobe is located. I was really excited to take my wife there last night for her birthday, since I've heard so many great things about the establishment. As y'all can see, I have higher than a third grade reading level. The food was excellent. Listen, the
Today.
food was excellent. Staff was great. And the look, vibe, and ambiance was top notch. Okay, so where's the problem? Okay, here it comes. My only issue, this is the only issue. My only issue, which
Can you
was a
read
big
faster?
issue, is the condition of the seats where we was seated in. As soon as I realized how worn the seats were, I was immediately taken aback. It made me very uncomfortable. I was offended that the staff would even seat anyone in seats like that. I showed our server the seats and asked if we could move to a different section, and he said that we probably would not be allowed, but he would ask management. He quickly returned and let us know that we could not move, not even just a few seats down. That was very disappointing, but since it was my wife's birthday, I didn't want to make a huge deal out of it, but I had long run-on sentences. I didn't want to make a huge deal out of it, but I hated it the entire time. I was really worried that the pieces of seat would ruin our clothes somehow, or at least stain them. Then I had visions of small particles of the seat somehow
Like,
getting in
really?
our food. It was just not good to see people, and I can't see the rest of that bullshit. For somebody to be in such a nice-looking establishment, this was highly unacceptable. As a black man, okay, now you're going to play the black card. As a black man, I do my best to support black businesses, and therefore just going to post on Yelp or some site like that, I wanted to contact you directly about this issue. It is my hope that you guys will address this issue immediately before the next consumer isn't so understanding and will make a huge fuss over this. I've attached pictures that I took during my visit last night, November 10th, 18th. Now,
Thank you. You got through that whole run-on paragraph.
so
With only a
put the
few
response back up,
dings.
Trump. Put the response back up. So quit trying to motherfucker do your job.
So,
Do your
okay.
job.
So what's the point? What's the point?
Here's the response from Sobe. Thank you so much for the feedback, and thank you for selecting Sobe to celebrate. We're fortunate that we have had so much traffic since we have been open that the furniture has been worn. It is the banquets
That's a
where you
banquet.
sit and the bar stools. We are aware of this problem and have received quotes
Banquets.
on new fabric and reupholstery.
Yes.
There's going to be a little downtime. There's going to be little downtime to do this. We are in the holiday season and we have been extremely busy. It's near impossible for me to close to reupholster, but it is the top priority at the top of the year to reupholster. Sobe is so beautiful because of our discerning taste. I hate it as much as you, but it's complicated to fix it. I need to make sure that we are open to celebrate your wife's birthday and the holidays. But the very moment I get it is getting fixed immediately. I'm sorry for your worries last night. Thank you again for choosing Sobe sincerely. And this was the manager.
Okay, that one went downhill a little bit as
Fuck
you was
you.
reading.
So, I said it a lot on respect.
Commended you.
So,
Take her name out too.
no, fuck her.
It's a shame.
So,
That
I
was
was
very
looking
nice
at the
letter.
conversation. I was looking at the conversation on the page. And the black folks went ape shit.
Spit it out.
They went ape shit because of the tone of the response.
From the management
From the
or
management.
okay. I thought it was very nice. I
was
mean,
a
well
professional
well
tone.
put.
It was professional
letter.
tone. And the author
Acknowledged your issue.
The author of the letter was like, they ain't even give me nothing. Did you write the letter to inform them that it was an issue, or did you write the letter because you thought you was gonna get something free? And
I mean, they said the mail was good. So what?
I said this. I'm like, we tend to tear each other down instinctively, and it's sad that if you was really trying to help, you wouldn't have did this. You wouldn't have blasted this.
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, was they trying to eat off the seats or like? I mean, what was going on? You wanted
That's
you
what
didn't know whether that particles were going to get in your
food,
plate. Like,
yeah.
where you wanted to eat off the seats? What's really good?
It's like you said everything was perfect except the seats, which means that
You had to see that before you sat down.
you
like-
were looking for something to bitch about.
But they sat down in these very seats, ate their meal, and everything was good.
Everything
you
was
saw
good.
these seats before you even sat down, like so.
And what really kills
But you
me
still sat and ate.
about
so.
these types these are the black folks need to vote because our ancestors protested. And my thing is,
You always
on, wait a
reaching,
minute.
baby. You be reaching.
my thing is, yeah, but that ain't the only thing black people
You
had an
stretched
issue
this
with.
back
Black
to the
people had an
ancestors.
issue with the Montgomery boycott. Black people had an issue with a whole lot of shit. But you the same motherfucker that's posting, fuck the Cowboys, the Redskins gonna win this weekend. Wait a minute. Black people are protesting the NFL. But you don't see no fucking value in that. You don't see no value in the Black Lives Matter protesting. Oh, that ain't gonna work. But you always want to use that to get people to vote. But another thing is this.
We mad at black folks this week.
Why is it that we make it a point to tear down our own businesses? We will identify a business as being black owned. The service ain't good. The food ain't good. People don't smile. People don't greet you. The shit is overpriced. Y'all too far. Y'all enclosed. Y'all always out of stock. You'll have all these fucking problems, and then you'll go to a fucking Chinese carryout where they serve you behind bulletproof glass. You'll go to Walmart and stand in a line where the motherfuckers won't open up a damn additional cashier, so you stand in line. You don't complain about that. You don't identify the bad service of Walmart by the owner of the fucking Walmart. We only do that to ourselves.
Didn't we discuss this before, Norman? Like one of the earlier shows, and he actually is saying what I was like saying before.
Right.
But
you talking about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago. How I said we had the crab in the barrel mentality, it's all in one and the same.
What you was saying a couple of weeks ago it wasn't even applicable to the subject matter. Anybody that wants to go back to that first show or two,
please watch.
See that she was just talking.
I'm right.
Ass.
He always wrong.
But the reason I'm highlighting that is because how the fuck you expect black businesses to get ahead if you don't patronize them? Because see, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna put my foot in my mouth, but I don't give a fuck because it fits perfectly. But black people, y'all the worst fucking customers. You don't want to pay full price. You're always kind of trying to fucking negotiate.
Yeah.
You always expect extras. You always feel like because you patronize my business, I'm supposed to go out of my fucking way to provide you with a service, to provide you with a product that's superior to everybody else. You don't put that off on nobody else. Mm-hmm. You don't put that off on nobody else. And we kill black businesses when you want to go in, you want to look for, I need a hookup.
I actually had somebody check me before, and I didn't think about it that way. It was one of the, big soul food chains that we have in the area. And I have found a piece of cardboard in my cabbage. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh. So it was like it looked like it came from like a box wrapper or whatever. But I was ready to put them on full blast. Like, come on. But somebody checked me. It was like, well, it's not the business owner's fault. It's he got to explain to his employees or whatever how to better look after this stuff. But that's something that you bring to the owner's attention instead of blasting them. And I was like, well, you know what? You're right. So, because I have a voice that might reach out to some folks, and maybe that'll deter them.
Now,
from
this was on the same page. Trump, you got the other one about the truck? Okay, cue that one up, please, because I want you all to see how stupid fucking people are. Now, somebody wrote to Toyota on their IG page and said that they Toyota truck got burned up in this recent California fire, and they were going to. They was happy because the truck held up, and they went back 3 times and rescued the people. And Toyota was like, we glad our truck worked out for you, but don't worry about it. We're going to give you another truck. And these motherfuckers is like, now this is customer service. Motherfucker. Toyota is worth almost $300 fucking billion, you fucking idiot. They can give away a fucking truck or two. You expect that the person in the restaurant, what you want, a whole fucking certificate for the month of goddamn January and February?
You might need an Ambien today.
I'm just saying, how is one comparable to the other one?
One saving lives.
One saving life. I mean, Toyota.
One
all they did was save your outfit.
Yeah.
At the restaurant.
Right. I mean, what the fuck do you want? You say that the food is good and everything was perfect, but this one thing, the chairs, the condition of the chairs.
Because we wanted to eat our shrimp and grits off the
put
seat.
You on blast because these chairs was fucking terrible. It was fucking chairs.
At least he told the truth about the food, though.
Right, you told the truth
thank
about
you.
the food.
We gonna bring our own chairs now.
This is what we tend to do.
BYOC to
when we don't get the
Sobeys.
service or the product from a black-owned business, we go and we indict I normally try to patronize black-owned businesses, but this is why I don't. And then they get this long list of reasons why they don't, which really ain't got shit to do with shit. You fucking up, B. That ain't got shit to do with shit. And all you had to do was just go to the lady, because you didn't. I'm like, and I kept asking, what was it that you wanted? You wanted something free? Is that the reason that you complained? So you weren't satisfied with just the superb service that you talked about and the great food and the ambiance. It's these motherfucking chairs that's fucked up, then ruin your whole fucking evening. So now you ain't giving me nothing. So instead of me just correcting you and bringing it to your attention, now I gotta fucking destroy your reputation. And that's just ignorant as fuck to me.
That's what we do.
Well, there's more. Well, let's put it this way. I think this is more than just, again, I'm just a guess here. More than just a black and white issue, because mind you, businesses everywhere, they'll be, go to a well elite restaurant and they'll complain about some minor thing. Even though
like me.
The food's great, the table's great, but the service is great, but there's something about this tile. I don't like the color of it. They'll explain. They're trying to find ways again to find something wrong, even though everything else was perfect. That night, that guy was complaining. I think it was a great night. If you had a disgusting issue with something, maybe due to the fact of, hey, because of the flooring or whatever, then okay, that's your issue. But was there any other problems you had that night? No. So all this griping about, trying to find something to complain, trying to reach for something makes no sense.
Well, here's another reason too, because I'm like, okay, you put your money into Bank of America, and Bank of America hit you with all these fucking fees.
Right.
You don't turn around and say, man, I'm not going to Bank of America because these Jewish-owned banks. You don't do it like that, or you don't go and say, this restaurant, I'm not gonna go to any more Asian or Chinese restaurants because they don't want to. If you short a penny, they won't give you no money. You don't do that. But the minute you have a bad experience with what you identify as in black-owned business, then it becomes an indictment of black-owned businesses. All black-owned business, and I think that's stupid.
No, I think that's a reach. There are people who's like, I won't go to that particular store because it either A, don't have my product, or again, bad customer service, or whatever. There are people who will not go to a particular business because of one minor thing. People pull their money out of Bank of America because of the fees and go to M&T Bank. Because maybe the fees are lower, or maybe they don't have any fees.
But they have a problem.
There's always a problem somewhere.
I'm not saying you don't have a problem, but why are you associating the problem with it being a black-owned business? That's my issue. If you have a problem with Sobe, have a problem with Sobe,
which the guy did.
I don't think I saw anywhere that they said they're not going to patronize black businesses anymore.
What he said was, as a black man, I try to support black businesses. Why does that have to be the issue? And then when you post your post, this is what I have an issue with black-owned businesses. Okay, you didn't have one bad experience based on the chairs, and now you got to start talking about black-owned businesses. You don't talk about nobody. I've never seen these same people saying, this is why I don't support Jewish-owned businesses, or this is why I don't support Asian-owned businesses, or this is why I don't support them Arabs. You never fucking hear that from these same people. But when it's a black-owned business, they make sure to identify based on race.
But, black men are winning these days.
That is true.
If we're going to go ahead and stick on that lane.
We're going to segue.
Yeah, you like how I broke that off? Like, go ahead. We're going to need to move on a little bit. Yeah, so our brothers are winning these days, and everything that you thought was the norm for sister girls to benefit from. Ladies, we're going to have to step it up and get on our shit because they are winning. Recently with Matt Barnes, basketball player, was he married to her?
Yeah.
Gloria Govan. Related
she's a dirty bitch.
To the Laura
She's
Govan,
a dirty motherfucker.
Who's the ex-wife, children's mother of Gilbert Arenas, another basketball player.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt Barnes got sole custody of their two twins.
Not share.
Winning.
Sole. Physical and legal custody. No. She can't even go up to the school and check them out. She was just collecting the check.
Yeah.
Let me give
she
y'all
worked
for those
probably
of y'all that don't know, let me give
unofficially.
y'all a little background of this dirty
She worked.
motherfucker. She is currently fucking one of his former teammates in Derek Fisher.
Oh, she's still with Derek Fisher.
She's still with Derek Fisher.
That's a level up. That's what that's called.
Not really.
It was a level up. He was the coach.
No,
He was
no.
the coach.
He was a player.
And because of that, he got fired.
He has rings. It's a level
he got rings,
up.
but I'm saying
It's a level
he got
up.
fired. And
So we cannot fault.
Matt Barnes, he's over there
Gloria.
chilling with Gloria and the kids. And the kids end up calling their daddy. And Matt ended up driving like 2 hours, jumped the fence, and commenced to whooping Derek's ass because that's still his house that he's paying the mortgage on, that he's been ordered to pay
Ruckus.
the mortgage on. And then
What they say?
It's a nice segue.
what else happened is that they're driving around in Nat's car. Derek Fisher's driving
I remember
Why?
Nat's car.
Where his car at?
Hold on, let me finish. Gloria is giving Matt
I like
a
you said Gloria.
blowjob.
Oh,
as
Matt
they're
or
drunk.
Derek?
No, she's giving Derek.
Derek, okay.
They both drunk. She's sucking his dick while he's driving. And this motherfucker crashes and wrecks the car. So these motherfuckers is just straight up disrespect.
Oh, well, yeah, that's wildin'.
But he continued to press on, and he ended up getting full custody of his children, which is a beautiful thing because, you know, I know how motherfucking much that can cost because it costs me.
Is it really just like for costs?
I'm saying how much.
Like-
I'm saying how much a custody case costs.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
You're saying the
money
case
that he's
itself.
saving.
Okay.
I mean, and that really fucking irks me
but you know
also.
there are guys that do that. Just they will do anything not to have to pay child support.
So you're gonna sit here and say that a man will only want custody of? There are men out
Yes,
there who
hell
only want
yes,
custody
and I
of their
know
kids.
some of them that do
and
it.
they're really trying to get
Hell
custody.
yes,
That's bullshit.
and I'm not gonna put
just don't
nobody
hear
on
about it.
blast, but there are plenty
that's
of
so
men.
dismissive, as if men don't love their children enough.
No.
Where they won't get.
That's not what I said. Like I said, you're always reaching. That's not what I said.
I mean, if she
what I
files for child
said
support
was,
and he tries to get custody, then yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I mean,
if he tried to
there
get
are
custody.
there are some people that would like if that was the case with Matt, I don't know, just so that he can save that $15,000-$20,000 he give to her per month. Yeah, there are guys that would do
Do
that.
you know that she's gonna
That's
have
factual.
To, she gonna have to get a fucking job? Well, she with Derek Fisher, so she gonna have to level up and marry. She gonna have to really. Give
I mean, that
a whole
doesn't
lot
mean
of
that
fucking work.
she's gonna have to pay tons and tons of money. If she doesn't make that, it's going to be a percentage
No, I'm
of
not
her,
even, I'm not
of her
even
check.
worried about the money that she's gonna have to give him. I'm just saying that if the shit don't work out with her and fucking Derek Fisher, that bitch gonna have to get a job.
Possibly.
She can't hustle that pussy.
There'll be somebody
She can't
who
hustle
pays
that pussy
for it.
no more.
There'll be plenty of guys that'll pay for
Nah,
it.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. She's
I don't
not
think
dead
so.
in the water.
You have quite a few male celebrities that have gotten custody of their children. You got Deion Sanders, he ended up getting custody of his kids. You got Dwayne Wade, he ended up getting custody of his boys because his ex-wife was crazy than a motherfucker.
That's allegedly.
No, she was crazy.
Allegedly, that was his perception of her. Allegedly,
I mean, well, he ended up.
you
getting
know how
custody.
dudes do.
Who else ended up getting custody of the kids? Chris Brown ended up getting his custody of his children.
How? But sway, how sway?
You got to stop all that fuck shit. I mean, and somebody posted a meme that says that this is a result when a woman hates her
Does Russell
children.
Wilson really got custody of Future's baby? Who is trying it on our chat group?
That's fucked up, Frankie.
Who's not going to do that?
That is so fucked up. It's
Future is cussing people out these days, so we're not going to do that.
Somebody said that that's the result of a woman hating the father of her children more than she loves her children.
Why?
No, just when you have a situation like Gloria Govan, she hates Matt Barnes more than she loved them boys, because if she loved them boys more than she hated Matt Barnes, then she wouldn't have been doing all of that shit she was doing.
What do you mean? I don't think that has anything to do with the other. Her messing with Derek Fisher has nothing to do. That was actually a level up for her.
Her and her sister have been sued in court by Gilbert Arenas and Matt Barnes for libel or slander because they were saying shit like he gave me a STD. You are making it a point to constantly drag this man through the mud because you hate him so much instead of realize. Because I always hear women say, "You need to. That's the mother of your child." like that ever supposed to mean some shit. But when
It
it's
is supposed to mean something.
it don't mean shit when you feel like you have a right to just fuck over your child's father, because that's still your child's father.
And 9 times out of 10, it's warranted. Guys are
You got to be
crazy.
fucking
Guys
kidding
are
me.
batshit crazy.
Oh my God.
And I'm not saying it ain't no women that aren't as well, but men are savages, low key.
So what you're saying? So what you want the listening audience to believe is that there's never a situation
That's not what I said.
warrants a man
That's
putting his foot in a woman's ass metaphorically because she's done some
you
shit.
need a better metaphor. Golly.
What's wrong with your ass?
Okay. Anyway, so
I mean,
back to what you was saying.
So
like
that's like you.
because you was about to put words in my mouth and I didn't.
I don't want to put the words in your mouth. I'm gonna let your husband do that. Anyway,
Lord, here he goes.
I'm saying.
Jilly from Philly.
Oh my God! You gonna make me gag on this fucking mic? No, you gonna make me throw up all over the
Did you
desk.
see what she was
Yes,
going to the
gag
mic?
on the mic, baby. There we go.
So what she was doing? She nasty.
Gag
Nasty
on the
motherfucker
mic. There he goes.
So basically, you're the one that co-signs all the shit women do, and then when men do
No.
shit.
No, because women can
That's
be
what you
wrong.
just did.
Women can. That's not what I said.
said
Women can be wrong just like men can. But there's a lot of guys that do some backhanded, dirty stuff to girls, and in the spirit of bitterness.
Get the fuck out of here.
In the spirit of bitterness,
Get the fuck outta here.
guys do bullshit too.
Nah, what it is a man
Guys do
moves the
bullshit.
fuck on,
Lies and
you
deceit.
You
Lies
have a
and deceit.
child, and you feel like that's supposed to be your anchor baby to keep this motherfucker in check.
Guys
And
trap girls the same.
What women have a problem is men going somewhere else and being fucking
No,
happy.
sir. No,
You
sir.
go somewhere else, you be happy. You get with another motherfucker with a flatter stomach
And the same
a
thing-
fatter ass, who does more swirly shit than you
And,
did.
and the same
he
thing
has
can be said for a
nothing
male.
pisses a bitter woman off more than a man being happy.
But you bitter yourself too.
Very bitter.
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 You get back to
Y'all
church,
girls, y'all 5 baby mamas at TJ, y'all did him
Norman
in
has
something
been
fierce.
sitting
No.
here
Okay?
texting to get him some cock
They done did a number on you,
He's been in the
something
fucking show.
fierce.
He's sending out dick pictures and shit. I didn't look at his phone. He laughing because I know that's
No,
what the fuck
bitch,
he
I
over there
took a
doing.
picture of your motherfucking ass. That's
There
what I
are
feel.
there are
I'm
bitter
about to send
baby
that shit right to
fathers
Trump.
in this
Look, we're
world.
about
There
to
are
say-
bitter
we're about to
husbands
take a 5-minute
Bitter,
break.
bitter,
'Cause I gotta
bitter.
go to the bathroom and drain the lizard.
and stretch your
We have
shirts.
to manipulate her hat to make it look decent. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Brian is gonna put on some of this pussy ass music that ain't gonna get the damn show shut down, and we'll be back in 5. Y'all be right there.
We got a new
when we get
producer,
back.
y'all.
A new Trump in the building.
Terrible. Fucking hope. But now we got 5 people watching on the YouTube page. Hey, we
so
back, y'all. I had to put on my glasses, my Malcolm X glasses, but I can't see worth the damn. These are my reading glasses.
You are not holy.
Yeah, we were talking about some bullshit, and you know, B do her thing like she do, and B has a problem with men. Let me just tell y'all something.
You was a lie.
She's bitter.
You was a damn lie.
She exhibits misandry, which is a hatred
You
of
know
men.
what? My fellow District of Columbians know
District
that
of
that's
Columbians. Fuck.
I can't think straight.
You can't think
you
straight,
tried
yes.
me. They know that's a goddamn lie. Okay, you will not do that on a future mayor.
You fucking hate.
That's what you want
future
to.
mayor. Ain't nobody
Yes.
voting for your
You's a
motherfucking
lie.
ass. You out your goddamn
You's a lie.
mind.
I'm about to save the city.
Girl, somebody called you a raging feminist.
Yes,
That's
he's
right.
angry all the time.
Yes,
Everybody
raging
has you
fucking
upset.
feminist.
You
Look.
was for us black folks a couple of weeks ago, and now you bashing. You black
But
bashing.
here's the thing, though. What y'all don't realize is I'm gonna prove that B hates men.
You on.
I'm gonna prove that
You
B
the damn
hates
lie.
men
Please,
right
please,
now.
please,
Now
show
we just had the conversation about Matt Barnes and all
Here
the
we
black,
go.
all these men getting custody of
Let
their
me
kids.
let me put up this.
But there's other situations that are men are winning at.
what?
Yes, men are winning
Men is what? Oh,
because we
Delivered.
see in court every day now a man getting alimony from a woman.
Now that's some bullshit. Now I don't hate men,
Told
but
y'all.
that's some bullshit.
I told y'all.
That's such sucker-ish.
What was the latest one you know about? Besides the Mary J. Blige one.
Actually, Tisha Campbell's husband, Dwayne Martin,
Really?
is filed for alimony
Yeah, he should
Really?
get it.
for man support.
He should. Wait, hold on. How did alimony become man support?
Isn't that what it is?
Why the fuck should your?
He's a man. He wants to be supported if he want his check.
Okay.
From lady, is my angle right?
So you mean to tell me that after I divorce your
Dwayne,
ass,
he better put that green thong back on that he was running around
after I
on the
divorce your
internet
ass,
with.
if I got some paper,
She made probably $2 more than him.
I got to pay your ass for an extended period of time and support your funky ass outside of the child support you may or may not be getting.
Ain't nobody
but
asked you to make
if
her
you
a
divorce
housewife.
me and you got way more paper than I do, you telling me I got to go look in the one ass of the newspaper?
Hell yeah, get your broke ass up.
Where the fuck does that? How is that equitable? How's that fair and equitable?
How dare you request a check from your lady? That is unorthodox.
sound like-
That is so that
we got a female caller coming in. Yeah, she playing the female card.
Yes, the man is supposed to be the provider. I'll be damned if I cut you a check. And listen, Your Honor, I'm cutting nobody's
This
check.
is how the bullshit happened. When
What
was
I
the
look
last?
like?
Watch this. When last time you ironed your husband's shirt?
We not together.
When was the last time you hired? I didn't ask you, was you
I feel
together?
as though you're trying to entrap me.
You still been
And
fucking them, so
that's-
y'all together.
This is not a
When was the
conversation.
last time
I
you
need
ironed-
you to get use another
When was the last
example.
When was the last time when you and your husband were together? Up until the point y'all like. When was the last time you ironed a shirt? When
He
the
don't
last-
wear shirts that require starch.
When was the last time you made sure, over the course of a 7-day period, that you cooked a meal every day for your husband and made sure he ate first?
That's because I prepared myself.
All these
I was
fucking
not going
excuses.
to. I was not going to pay alimony.
Now here's a woman that's standing here talking about
We cooked for each other.
no, because when the shit is over, he's supposed to take care of you.
No, he wasn't the sole. I didn't say I'm asking for alimony.
I'm not saying you're asking for alimony. I'm saying in the general scheme of things, based on your
No,
argument,
no,
is a man,
no.
if he's capable, he's supposed to continue to financially take care of a woman who don't iron his clothes,
No.
who don't motherfucking cook for him. All the fuck she does is give him some stinking ass pussy every now and then.
He like
that
it.
he really don't motherfucking want.
like it.
That's why he come home late. How the fuck are you gonna keep making these? She hates
And that
fucking
has nothing
men.
to do. Look here.
She hates fucking men.
No, you
y'all
a
in the
damn
chat
lie.
room listening to
You's
this
a damn lie.
bullshit.
Call in 301-232-5700. No.
If you, I don't want to hear from you. No, you stinking ass women.
Don't try to reduce. Don't try to reduce a woman. You want her to be a housewife, but then when it's done, she could have been on living her best life.
If she
could
was
have
doing
been- she could have been in
housewife shit,
corporate America.
If she was doing housewife shit, then okay, yeah,
You're fine with- this
she's
is-
fine.
yeah.
But if she been getting her funky ass up and going to work and she don't take care of her man,
I agree with. I
don't
agree
get
with
no
that.
motherfucking alimony pussy.
I agree with
Once
that.
it's over, it's over. I don't get to continue to fuck you. Why do you get to continue to go in my pocketbook?
I mean, well, maybe if you was working it right, you might have been able to continue.
Not in B's
but,
case, because B gonna still be fucking her husband
we're not
after
going to
he
discuss
ain't
that.
even her
But what
husband
I'm
no
saying
more.
is, I agree with you on that front. What I'm saying is, no man should be requesting alimony.
Why not?
But I will give you this example.
not?
If he stayed home and he stopped his job so that he can take care of the home.
So you saying
and
Bobby
get-
Brown should have got money from Whitney?
Who said Bobby wasn't working? Bobby was still on the chitlin circuit.
Bobby was not.
Bobby was still on the chitlin circuit.
When Bobby and Whitney was together, did you not watch the
you
Bobby
don't
Brown
know,
show?
And you don't know it was lies.
He took all his. He said he took all his money.
He gave
and
Whitney his
put-
money.
He gave Whitney his money.
Okay.
Bobby wasn't making no money. Bobby wasn't on the road. Bobby was a house husband. So what you're saying is when they split up, Bobby was entitled to that check.
No.
See,
Bobby was still working.
See, no, he wasn't.
And then did they have a prenup or something?
when did Bobby
no.
have? When did Bobby
They
have?
had a
I
prenup.
think they did.
When did Bobby have a motherfucking album during the time him and Whitney was together? That motherfucker
He
wasn't
had the
making no
greatest
music.
hits.
Yeah, no, he just kept recycling them same motherfucking
Don't
songs
do that.
over.
Bobby was on the chitlin circuit. I saw him a couple of times.
Stop it.
When he was going through
Stop.
the
He
divorce with
wasn't. He
Whitney.
was not.
And before he went on, got
He
divorced.
stopped producing
How you get on
music.
Bobby Brown?
I'm just saying because I'm using that as an example since
Okay,
you tried
then-
it. Since you
then-
tried it.
But no, because
Then
Bobby
you look
didn't
at
stay home
Kendall-
with Bobby Chris. Bobby Chris was in the hallway while they was in the room.
Then you
doing
look
their
at. Then
thing.
you looking at.
Per the movie.
Then you looking at Kendall Isaac with Mary J. Blige. He was her manager.
Hell no.
See, we
Kendall gets
continue to get these
Nathan.
examples.
No, Kendall had a job.
Kendall's job was
Kendall-
managing.
and Kendall
he was-
got fired from
he was
his job.
managing his wife. So when she
and
fired
clearly
him,
he wasn't doing a good job.
when
He was managing her when she did that crispy chicken commercial. So his ass deserved to be fired. And matter of fact, he owe all of us for that.
How you bring?
All I'm saying,
He owe all of us.
That's-
So Kendu, no.
That's an
I'm
example.
sorry, you have no good examples.
that's an
but
example.
if a guy left his job so that he can, take care of home because that was more beneficial for the family, maybe. But I still don't think any guy should be requesting
Yeah, I don't think he should be
support
getting
from a
money
woman.
You shut the fuck
No,
up.
After the
serious.
relationship
he shouldn't
is
be getting
done.
money for Murray.
Why?
$30,000 a month?
Why not?
For what?
Do you know
They
how
ain't
much?
got no kids. Kendall, you ain't did a damn thing.
So you mean to tell me that?
Actually, you ruined Mary's
so you mean
image.
$30,000
That's what you did.
a
You owe
month
us.
isn't a lot of money in the grand scheme of things.
It was more than what he was making.
Because alimony is only protracted for a certain period of time. It's not forever.
So he can start his forever now
That's
and get his own
bullshit.
damn
Well,
job
I
and
think it
stop
was
trying
for
to
a
leech
year.
off of
It was
Murray.
for a year.
$30,000 for a year is $360,000. He's not worth that for a year.
I don't even think your
He
math
took
is
her
right,
back to
but
court
it's
to try to get more though.
$30,000 times 12 is
okay,
three.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we got a caller coming in who don't agree with none of this shit that B is saying. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Scruples today.
Yeah, I'm in the chat records of Scotty from DC.
Hey.
What's up?
So here's the thing. So the women's movement fucked y'all up because y'all fought for equality. And if a marriage is a partnership in equal amounts, why the fuck can't one
Damn.
Wow.
He busting off from the chat.
Well,
Boom, boom.
that man came in preaching, so
Boom,
y'all wanted
boom.
equality.
So
what he
you
said
said
is,
because the ladies march, they got to pay alimony now.
So okay, Flex and Shawnees is the same situation. She back on the road. He ain't got no career, so he home watching the kids and raising a family, right?
Why he ain't got no career?
Because he's taking
because
care
he
of his
did that
family.
Michael Jackson
No,
movie.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like his ass need to get up off the couch.
He did that Michael Jackson
Give
movie. That
me,
shit was horrible.
give me Ma and them to watch the kids. Pa, I seen the show. They got some elders out there.
Yeah, they got some
Get your
elders.
ass
But
off
here-
the couch and stop trying to sit back and collect a check. Flex
So-
is something that you can
so
do.
he-
Go show host the Apollo or something.
So basically, what
So
you
he-
said. Go ahead. I
here's
want to
about-
hear this.
here's the dichotomy in that thinking. When you do that and you say men shouldn't be able to do certain things, and you say out your own mouth men should be providers, right?
Uh-huh.
But men should be providers to women who can help them. See, you said you didn't cook for your husband.
That's not what I
You didn't
said.
iron his shirts.
I
You
said he didn't
that.
have any shirts
She's
to iron.
Yeah, right. So you want him to provide for you, but you ain't gonna help him. So where's the equality in that?
I help
That's
my
why
husband.
he
That's
divorcing her ass now.
lies and deceit.
That's
You
exactly
didn't
why
hear-
he
you didn't
divorcing
hear
her ass.
lies and
That's
deceit.
That's why she.
That's
No,
why she alone left
I do believe that everybody has a role to play in their relationship.
Of
And
course,
that marriage is a
but
partnership.
it is a
So,
partnership.
and the male has a role to play as the female does.
This is toxic
when are
femininity
these
at its
roles? Hold
finest.
on, when are these roles? Because those if you're talking about gender roles, you gotta throw out the equality.
Okay, keep going.
So what are these roles you talking about? You talking about the roles from the 50s, 60s, and 70s? Because that's the shit women was fighting that they didn't
I'm
want.
talking that the male is the provider and the woman is the homekeeper.
But women work.
Women work, and maybe not because they want to.
They don't want to, so they want to be. They want to be taken care of, right?
You speaking on behalf of the women that marched. I didn't march. If I didn't have to work, maybe I was sitting home like Peggy Bundy with the bonbons too.
Be
So
motherfucker- be
you talking about
So
the
hold
women
on.
that marched? You know, I'd like
So
if
you-
I gotta be out there working. Yes, I want equal pay.
I'm glad he called because I ain't got to do this shit to you.
Hey, you
So
ain't
hold
saying
on.
nothing.
No,
You
no,
ain't
no,
saying
no,
nothing.
no.
If I have to be out in the workforce, yes, I want equal pay.
So you
If
shouldn't
you
have
made
to
me
be
get
out
off
the
my
workforce. You
couch,
should want to be out in
then
the
yeah, I want equal.
workforce.
What?
Because here's the thing. You also said earlier that men ain't shit, right? So
No,
you sitting at home,
y'all
you
keep
working.
twisting my words. Y'all keep twisting my words. There
Hold
are
on.
some ain't shit men that are bitter.
That's somebody throwing their
Yes.
call.
I ain't had
You
nobody
another one of
call
Thornell's cousins.
Nah, I'm not.
I ain't got nothing to do
No,
with
but
this.
hold
I'm an innocent
Because
bystander.
you ain't said nothing yet
Here-
to
here's
me.
the-
No, it's social. It's social sense. So if you want to sit at home and be a housewife, right?
Yes.
And he works his ass off for you. The minute you don't take care of him, he leave you. Now you don't have shit.
And if I have
And then,
to,
and you become the bitter one. You become the bitter one because he got a
Y'all-
career,
who y'all be
and he,
dealing
like
with?
Cornell said, he gonna go. He gonna find somebody to take care of him, and you gonna be the bitter one, mad at him. But you ain't take care of him.
See, bruh, B makes
I
her
don't know who you all
husband sleep
deal
with her
with.
so she don't get no motherfucking alimony. That's what she doing.
What?
She using her female, she's beguiling her husband to have forced
I
sex
got-
with
I
her
got-
that he
I
don't
got
want
roots.
in order to
I got
stay in her
roots.
good graces.
I'd have been picking hair out of his brush.
Oh man.
The
Y'all
most,
trying to come for me, but I don't feel it yet. I'm not
No,
feeling
that's
it yet.
okay.
Y'all are not shaking this table.
But
Yes.
here's the thing: that the most I learned this. My father told me this. My father told me this a long time ago. The worst thing a woman can think is that her pussy is the best pussy in the world because there's always some pussy out there better.
And vice versa.
And on that
So-
note,
And you said,
And so if you
because
thinking
there's always a bigger.
you got a man locked because you wet,
oh,
it's always some better younger pussy that's wetter.
and vice versa. I'm sure you in Guinness Book of World Records for your girth or whatnot. So there's always
I'm just
something
telling
better
you.
as well.
I'm just telling you.
But thank you.
I
I appreciate your argument. I appreciate it.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling
You
and put that
tried.
monkey ass in
All
her
right,
place.
all right. Thank you,
Thank
Thornell
you.
Compton. That's
I'm going to
Thornell
hold the
Compton.
class
Alrighty.
on how to come for me.
I didn't.
You
I
told
didn't-
that motherfucker to call
I
me.
didn't
and
have
said,
nobody call in.
He ain't saying nothing
Why
now.
y'all putting that off on me? I didn't have nobody to call in this
Because
time.
that motherfucker talk like you talk.
No, he don't
Uh-huh.
talk. Look, he's just a male viewer who's seeing through B's bullshit. B don't
No, I
like
mean,
men.
Use
B
use
don't
the
want
damn
men
lie.
to have
I
any kind of
love men's-
advantages. She don't
I
want men to
love
have any kind of
men's-
advantages. B is the type of motherfucker
I want a
that
man
said
to be
only-
a man.
The only she's already said it at this table that a man will only get his child because he's trying to avoid child support.
That is not what
That
I
is
said.
exactly what the fuck
I
she
said.
said.
There are guys that evade child support.
And there are some women who only want their kids to get child support.
Yeah, okay, agree.
Okay, balance that shit out.
Agree.
Balance that
And
out.
again, you said nothing.
We don't
but,
never.
Like, you're not gonna.
But we don't
You're
never.
not gonna negate
we
the fact that our
we've
guys out there that ain't
we're
shit.
always questioning the motives of men and why we do things.
Why, do it right.
If this is the way I see it. If in that time during the marriage, everything that they acquire is community property, correct?
By law.
By law. Let's just keep it simple. Whatever the fuck you made while we were married, half of that shit is mine. Whatever we made while we were married, half of it is yours. I don't give a fuck if I came into the marriage without a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. At the conclusion of that marriage,
Don't
from
you
the
put your
time
hand out for no lady
to the
give you no
conclusion,
support.
half of that shit is mine. That can't only be applicable
You probably
to
want a woman
women.
to pay the check at the date too.
I make
You
motherfuckers
be
pay
going
their own
Dutch.
way. What's wrong with that?
You ain't never even been over there.
What's wrong with
You wanna
Dutch?
go Dutch?
You ate that fucking steak. You drink them glasses of wine. I'm gonna let you order all that shit.
Going
And then when the
Dutch.
check come, I'm gonna say split that shit in
You
half
mad
because
and you
if we
cheat.
ain't had no conversation about me getting some ass for that steak and for that fucking glass of wine that you drank, then I will hope you got your credit card with you because you paying for that shit you ate.
You
Do you
mad
make
and you
motherfuckers say?
cheat.
Do you make motherfuckers pay for your dates, Norma?
No.
So y'all go Dutch? What's wrong with that?
I mean, but like, you,
Me and my ex.
like.
What's wrong with that?
Random people, yeah.
So when you get
Well, I don't know. And I'm trying to say this politically correct,
Oh.
like how that works
okay,
in the gay world.
okay.
I don't know how that works. Like, so is it like?
Well, I don't know how to work
Is
when
it-
I know how the women do it.
No, I mean like, because you know
'Cause
we
you
had this
had
thing that
them
the males are the
bull daggers.
providers or whatever, and so like, is it expected that you all are going to go Dutch when you all go out?
So in,
Is that an expectation?
So in the fruit,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Or-
in,
yeah, okay.
So in the Suzy Q Fruity Pebbles community,
Lord, here you go.
Why I gotta be
He
Fruity
about to
Pebbles?
bash.
the Suzy Q
Why-
Fruity
He about
Pebbles.
to bash.
When you go out on a
Like-
date in the and this is a
So I didn't know, like, maybe if you like a top, then
hey, we're not going there.
Like-
We're not doing that.
I
We're
mean,
not
if you
doing
want,
that.
if you want to get into it, get into it.
We
But
do
I'm
that.
just
I
saying,
mean,
like,
I don't want to get into it.
If
I don't
say-
wanna get into it.
If you're
You
the more
wanna get into
feminine,
it.
if you're the more feminine,
we had one of the
then
things
are
where
you
we go to like
expected,
commercial, like it's a Mercy
Oh
broadcast
no!
system.
You want to get open, dude. You get all the way
Please
open.
stand by. I don't want to have a fucking
You want to
conversation.
get,
But
you
let
want to
me-
get all the way
Hold
open.
on,
I was
hold
just
on.
thinking about that too, but
So
always trying it.
in the
So okay, so Norman said because you about to go far left.
I'm
Norman
not.
said that it's like an expectation that's
That
in
they
the community
Dutch.
that they go Dutch.
That they go Dutch.
Okay, yeah.
The gay community got it right. They got it right. I'm gonna
Boy,
tell you why they got
bye.
it right. I'm gonna
I'm
tell you
not
why they got it
paying.
right. I'm gonna tell you why they got it right. Because there's some funky hoes out here right now that don't even buy fucking groceries. That schedule dates Monday through fucking Sunday because they know some motherfucker is gonna take them out
Then bravo.
and spend money on them. Trying to get some ass, and she don't never want to see
tell
it
them
more than
stop
once or
trying,
twice.
then.
You can find
And they
these
can keep
bitches on
they,
Tinder.
Social Security
Black
check.
people meet.
which one you on?
I'm on all the motherfuckers.
He on all of them.
I'm on all
Trying
of
to get
them.
Mima's money. You heard him.
I like. I
He got
want me
his
an
hand
old
out. He
hoe.
wants some man support.
And see, the thing about it is, I'm not gonna say it's just it's on the men's side. I think that they doing it right, but on the women's side, when
Oh,
you
they
see
mad 'cause
these big
they
old
taking it?
these big old bull daggers who always got an attitude because you looking at that girl and shit. They be pulling out you. I was in a restaurant right now one night, and there's
They don't have problems
Them lesbian
with paying
couples?
for their dates.
no, the lesbians. Them they really be trying to do
They
it like
actually
men. Like they
shell
think
out
men.
money from what I hear.
From what you hear.
Well, no, don't you
This-
start this
that one
bullshit
time in
today.
college.
Don't you start
That
this
one
bullshit.
time in Van Camp.
But yeah, they pay. So people like you are the ones that need to get it
Look,
together.
let me explain. I have absolutely
Dutch
no shame
Wonderland
in
ass.
saying that I worked hard for my money. And if you want access to my money, you're going to have to work hard for it, too. I'm just not going to give my shit away.
Okay, what they got to do to get your money, TJ?
What they got to do to get my money?
Yes.
Your money to the casino. What's the difference?
That's me. I'm trying to get the casino's money.
You tried it.
What do I do? This is what I do, which is
What they gotta do to
we
get your
have
money,
these.
TJ?
Y'all don't listen to that show, but we have these conversations on Sunday nights.
I don't give a damn what you talking about on Sunday.
I don't believe in just spending money with them on a motherfucker just because we going out.
What you
Fuck
believe
you.
in?
Fuck
What they
you.
got to do to get your money, TJ?
They're gonna have to motherfucker. It is a contract. It is going to be verbal affirmation that some fucking gonna possibly be going on before I spend my fucking money on you.
That's what it is.
Some
There it is.
fucking gonna have to
TJ is tricking in these streets.
Here come Brian with the bullshit.
TJ is trick. He gonna be paying
us back up, man.
alimony
Shit.
and all that. Because he tricking in these streets.
Here come Brian with his bullshit. Go ahead. I'm gonna get him
My
the floor.
bullshit.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
you've been speaking bullshit
all
all
night,
long.
every episode.
Hey, that's what I do.
Bullshit.
Then why do you do it?
Because he like to feel important. That's why.
He's trying to get an ass.
Bill Cosby
trying
sweater
to
wearing ass up.
But it has a
Motherfucker.
dinosaur.
You fucking Cliff Hustles.
Like a fat
What kind of motherfucking dinosaur is that on you? I don't know.
Look like you.
How you doing,
That's a
Saurus?
fucking sissysaurus.
It's a how you doing, Saurus.
Okay,
You tried it.
Okay, go ahead.
You mentioned, okay, you brought this back up again about, we had Di, who's on Saturdays with Professionally Reckless. And you pretty much chewed her out.
Yeah, I did.
For pretty much she had her own ideological standards of how she wants to go about being with somebody.
Which was bullshit.
Why do you say that?
Because it was bullshit.
How do you say it's bullshit? It's how she wants to do things. It's how she feels that, hey, if this is my way, and if this is my way of meeting somebody, or dealing with
Motherfuckers
somebody,
want. This is the
you're
shit we
doing
do.
the same thing.
This is the shit we do. This is shit we do on Sundays. Motherfuckers want to smoke crack. Motherfuckers want to shoot up heroin. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do.
You be outta
So
here.
just because a motherfucker want to do something, don't mean that the shit is greenlit. What she was basically saying was, before I go out with somebody, I need to know how much you make, and you
Okay.
have to be willing to spend money on me. The only motherfuckers that I hear talk about like that are fucking strippers and whores.
That is the
That's
circle that you're surrounded
exactly.
by.
That's what you
No,
know.
that's not the circle that I'm surrounded by. That is
Because
not.
You know stripper hoes and back page. That's what you know. You
No, actually, all
swiping. You swiping.
All
this
of them go
way
to
and
Gold's
that
Gym
way.
in Capitol Heights.
Was it
And you paying for your membership.
Look,
You
if
swiping every which way.
If it has to be established before I date you, that you get to inquire about my income, how much money I'm making, and how much I'm willing to spend, then you have opened up the conversation to ask me, how deep is your throat? That's my whole thing.
No.
Absolutely.
Ask you for money. Talk about money. You need to know about sex.
If you're going to talk to me about my money and how much I make, and that's a requirement before I go out with you,
Okay.
then I need to know if you fucking.
Then
Why do you need to?
Then pretty much you're.
And that's only if you qualify that you get to ask questions.
Okay, but again,
Like
if I'm only good enough to go out with you if I make a certain amount of money, or if I establish beforehand that I'm willing to spend a certain amount of money based on what I tell where I'm going to take you, then why in the fuck can't I make the same inquiry? Okay, I've met your qualifications. I make $100,000 a year, and I'm going to take you out to Morton's and let you get that
I
motherfucking
love
$60 porterhouse 20-ounce steak.
Talking my language.
Well, if we're going to talk like that, and I got to give you that information, but then I need to know, are you sucking my dick in the parking lot from the time we leave until the time we get home? Because you're opening up
just off of Morton's.
Because all
motherfucker, are you paying?
I forget you like Nestle Crunches and whatnot.
When was
Your
the last?
standards is all the way
When was
underneath
the
this
last
table.
time you paid for a man to go to Morton's?
So, I paid for a man to go to Morton's before.
Your husband.
That's a man.
He your husband.
It's a man.
You
I
probably paid for that shit out of the joint
I paid
account.
for a whole party before.
B paid for that shit out of the joint
She
account where
out
only
here.
he
She
put
out
money
here.
in.
She out here.
She pulled out the joint account. I got it this time.
You
Knowing
just-
it's
you
coming
need a
from the
new
joint
circle.
account. You ain't even put no
you
money in
don't
that
have no
motherfucker.
friends, and that's the reason why.
That's
you need
bullshit.
a new circle.
That's
Get you some white
dismissive.
friends. We told
That's
you that.
dismissive.
They
That's
pay.
just bullshit. My thing is, when you get into a lane where you start asking people and requiring people to make a certain amount of money in order
Somebody
to date
hurt
you,
your feelings.
in order to date you, I see that same kind of activity when I log into Arrows, when Backpage was up, when the motherfucker was advertising on Craigslist. In order to see me, you got to be willing to pay $300.
But you was willing to pay
see
that,
me-
but you don't want to pay for somebody who may potentially
my ass. Potentially my ass. When I
do-
call a
do
hoe, I know I'm
something,
getting some pussy.
and you're like,
See, that's the thing. Your main intention is just to get some ass
She-
and call it a day.
exactly.
Yeah.
That is your only main intention. While
Watch this, Trump.
Possibility, the lady is just like looking for something long term. That's what Di was
Exactly.
pretty much saying. It's like, can you financially be stable enough to handle me and you going
That's
out
not
on
what
a
she
consistent
said.
basis? Yes, it was.
That's not what she said.
Everybody ain't smutting across
Okay.
America.
Because you just. But
I don't
you're
wanna-
more- you're more
Some
into
people
hip and
believe in
equipment.
shit.
I
Chivalry.
wouldn't. I don't want anybody to flood our phone lines, but I'm going to say this, ladies. I want you to hear this. Fuck what Brian is saying.
You cheat.
Every man that is interested in you wants to eventually fuck you. That's the end game. We
Okay.
ain't dating you and talking to you because we hearing wedding bells and shit like that. It don't work with us like that. The end goal is
and so
bullshit.
and so
You're right. You're not like me because you like man butt.
so what makes you think that women don't know this? Our time is money.
Your time is money. Then
Our
you a
time is
hoe.
money. No,
You
my
a hoe.
time is money.
Bullshit.
And you're
So you gonna sit out?
Bullshit.
You gonna sit out and bore me and think you're not gonna pay for this date?
Check this shit out. Hold on. Check
You
this
think
shit
you're
out.
gonna pay for this date? Got me.
You have a
snoozing and
woman who
whatnot.
wants to know how much a man makes. He got to make a certain amount of
Don't
money to
waste
get
our
her time.
time.
But a motherfucker will go and work a goddamn job for 8 hours a day for $16 an hour. So we calculate that $16 an hour times 8 hours. You're telling me that's what you're worth over a course of 8 hours, but you want me to go spend $300 or $400 for a 2 or 3 hour day. Bullshit. And I can't get guarantee no ass.
TJ, you tries it all the freaking time. You done went ahead.
Right.
That's their fault.
What level he on?
I saved lots of money.
What level he on?
Smashing past
I saved lots of money by switching to pimping.
Boy,
I'm
bye.
not going to.
Nobody's
I'm not
subscribing to that.
I am not going to take my hard-earned money and just give it to a motherfucker
And that's why you
because
end
you
up
sitting
with
on
Nestle's.
pussy.
That's
I'm
why.
not. I'm not. What is the look? I want to fuck. Let's just get it
there's
clear.
quality
I
over
wanna
quantity.
Fuck. I'm not trying to get to know you.
Ew.
on that- I'm trying to.
Then here's the thing.
Wrap
Why
it
don't
up,
you just
y'all.
Go, pretty much just go to the stay in the clubs. Don't worry about meeting someone on whatever website
Right.
or meeting them out in a library or grocery store. Just stick to the clubs. Find some young 20, 22, 25-year-old whatever who just want to suck your dick for whatever and get an STD later on in life.
The young girls
Because
with
that's
that
all you
money,
want.
they ain't going for that for free.
That is all
So
you want.
what you're saying, Brian? What you're saying, Brian, is you don't want no pussy.
No, what I want is a full-on relationship.
Do you want some pussy?
Everybody's not thoughting.
Shut up! Shut up! No! I want him to answer this question. I want him to answer this question. You don't want no pussy.
and want a
I do
quality
want pussy.
relationship.
I want long-term pussy, but I want it long-term.
Why is
I
it
don't want-
wrong?
If I want the short-term,
He
shit,
doesn't need
I'll
variety.
think like you. Go to the
Look,
back
let me
page of the
explain
line.
something
But
to the
TJ faking
uninformed.
too.
Let me.
He wants some
Let me
long-term.
just tell somebody the uninformed. Long-term pussy and short-term pussy on the same person is the same pussy. I just rather
is
cut
it?
through all of the fog and all of the bullshit
Fog.
and get straight
Because
to the
that's
truth.
what you
Because
get
you
is
want to know
fog.
something? You want to know something? Fellas, this is a little secret. Brian may
Oh,
not know
gosh.
it. Norman don't know it. But here's a little secret.
This is the secret
If
keeper.
a woman dates you for an extended period of time and then she finally fucks you and it's trash or your dick is too
That's
small,
why we need a down payment.
it's over.
This is why we need down
It's
payment.
over.
Up front.
So why
Don't waste
not
our
find?
time.
Okay, well then tell me what your price is.
She's not a hooker.
No, I'm not doing?
No,
But
you
you're not
just
gonna
said
waste my time.
You just said
If it
your
was
time
trash,
is money. So tell me how much.
exactly.
Tell me how much the time, so we could cut this time down.
Oh, so you was gonna pay? You was gonna pay
I
a lump
wanna
sum
buy
up
something- no,
front?
no, no, what I wanna do
You was
is-
gonna pay a lump sum up front.
I want to buy some of your time away, so we can get
Exactly.
past these motherfucking good morning texts.
Okay, so
we
you
can
gonna
get
pay for 6
so we
months
can get
worth of
past
time.
these motherfucking evening long
Ladies,
nights.
make them pay
And
for
you don't-
6
I'm
months
trying-
worth of time.
You just want you just.
I want some pussy.
Yeah, that's all you want.
Because that's
Like
what
I
it is,
said,
TJ.
Just go to the freaking clubs and go.
He's been disappointing women
Look.
across the U.S. of A.
Look,
and now they're making him pay for it, and he's upset.
There are plenty men like Brian in
You've
the
been
world.
disappointing people.
Ladies, there are plenty men like Brian in the world that's gonna babysit your kids. That's gonna
Brian, you married
buy
Brian?
them school clothes.
All right, holla at
Buy
Brian
'em
because
school
he's an
supplies.
upstanding citizen
There-
out here in these streets, ready to do these ladies right. Y'all
there's
stay
gonna-
away from
then there
TJ
ain't
Fine
shit-
ass.
And then I will go downtown. So.
There-
Oh, wait a minute.
Ain't, see,
He Jill
see what I'm
Scales
saying?
for
See
you.
what I'm saying? That's just too fucking
Yeah,
much.
he said that like a Harvard
Oh,
grad.
I'm gonna
yes.
go down on you anyway.
Get this prestigious tongue.
Look, this is a trifling ass show.
Oh my God.
I would like to thank Brian for showing his big head ass up. We gonna y'all got to watch it on
Y'all shout
Sunday
Brian out.
because we never get to the fucking topics because me and Brian are arguing the whole fucking time and Trump is sitting there getting drunk the whole time.
When he ain't at McDonald's in the middle of the segment.
Brian, being that you are the guest of honor here, can you tell our viewers where they can find you and your shows?
You can find me on Instagram, BTB Pics.
Make it quick, Brian.
And Twitter at Brian3SL. The shows, pretty much I'm producing Rip Running Nights. I'm producing this week's show. And this Saturday, I produce Eye Candy. Only on the Rip Radio Network.
Norman, where can they find your fruit booty, Susie Q? Where can they find
How you
at?
doing, Sora?
Hey, anybody that's looking for a house, see this motherfucker.
Look, you can find me on Instagram, Norman Sly Realtor. Also, Facebook, Norman Sly Hawkins.
B.
Yes.
Besides,
the
hold on. I haven't asked you yet.
BEE Johnson, the underscore B Johnson at Instagram. Don't look for me nowhere else.
I was gonna say,
I'ma
where can
block
they
you.
find you besides Jessup on visiting day?
You tried it.
Y'all can find me at the normal spot. You're not even looking for me on Facebook
Back
for the next
page.
for the next. You can find
Swipe
me on
to the
Tinder.
right, please.
You can find me on motherfucking Black People Me. I got inactive profiles.
You won't
but fuck
find
it.
him on
Black
Facebook.
People, go ahead, Black
Finder.
People.
Black People Me. You can find some nice.
Are you on
I don't need
farmersonly.com?
to find them off there.
You don't need to find them off there.
Are you on Farmers Only?
Oh, what's the website where
He tried to.
where
he tried to
gay
ignore
dudes go?
me. What?
Anyway, you can find me. You won't find me on Facebook for the next 30 days because my ass is banned.
As you should be.
You can find me on Instagram at TJ_the Chicago Kid. You can find me on Twitter under Jokes Galore. And if you're lucky, ladies,
You might
can
find him under
me
the table.
At the gym.
In the closet. In the closet.
You can find me.
Fucking gym in a sauna.
You can find me at the Super 8 Motel.
At the
After I
end
get
of
rid
a
one of my
rainbow.
hoes, I will be continuing to use that room until the time is up. This has been an interesting show.
With all the funky floors.
We will see you all in 7 days for the Thanksgiving show. B gonna dress up like a turkey. And
Right? You already a turkey.
we will see y'all in 7. Pass this around. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and we out. Fuck your mama.
Oh,
Peace.
what?